Arguably one of the most groundbreaking and greatest superhero games ever made, Marvel's Spider-Man from Insomniac Games was released in 2018 for PlayStation 4 and later remastered for PS5. This game really set a new standard for comic book adaptations in gaming. I played through it twice from start to finish and honestly, I loved it both times. Today I'm giving you my full review, some fun trivia, and why I think this game deserves its place among the all-time greats. Marvel's Spider-Man was developed by Insomniac Games, the same studio behind Ratchet & Clank. It was published by Sony Interactive Entertainment exclusively for PlayStation at first. What's cool is that this wasn't tied to an existing comic or movie universe. Insomniac was given creative freedom to tell their own Spider-Man story, and well, it shows. The game was praised on its release for its story, visuals, web-swinging mechanics, and open-world design. It became one of the fastest-selling PlayStation exclusives, moving over 20 million copies by 2021. Critics and fans alike called it the best Spider-Man game ever made, and honestly, I agree. So let's talk about what makes this game truly special. The story is absolutely epic. It captures the essence of Spider-Man perfectly, balancing Peter Parker's struggles with his superhero duties. What I loved was how they introduced an experienced Spider-Man. He's been doing this for 8 years, so he's confident, he's skilled, but he's still human and vulnerable. The take here on Mary Jane Watson is brilliant. Instead of just being a love interest, she's an investigative journalist with her own playable sections. The dynamic between Peter and MJ feels authentic, with ups and downs that reflect the complexity of their relationship. Dr. Otto Octavius' storyline is phenomenal. Watching his descent into becoming Dr. Octopus is heartbreaking because you see his humanity, his brilliance, and then the tragedy as his obsession and illness takes over. This wasn't just a simple villain origin, it was a slow burn that hit hard by the finale. And then of course there's Martin Lee, aka Mr. Negative. His arc adds a whole new layer, especially since he's tied to Aunt May's work at Feast. It's personal, it's emotional, and it gives Peter tough moral challenges beyond just punching the bad guys. And of course there's Miles Morales. His introduction in this game was handled so well. You meet him, you see him grow, and by the end you know he's got a big future. And of course it set up the follow-up game, Spider-Man Miles Morales, absolutely perfectly. Now let's swing into the gameplay. The web swinging is without a doubt the best we've ever had in a Spider-Man game. It's smooth, it's dynamic, and it actually makes you feel like Spider-Man flying across Manhattan. I barely ever used fast travel because swinging was just too much fun. The combat is also excellent, inspired a bit by the Batman Arkham series, but with more agility, more style, and a unique Spider-Man flavor. The fight sequences, especially on higher difficulties, are tough but fair. Playing on the hardest level really pushed me, but was still doable and incredibly satisfying when I pulled it off. And then of course there's the open world New York City. This recreation of Manhattan is jaw-dropping. The attention to detail is insane. The landmarks, the neighborhoods, the way the light changes with the time of day. Honestly, you get to learn the city by just playing. Swinging past the Empire State Building, stopping by Chinatown, exploring Central Park, it just feels so alive. The graphics, even on PS4, were absolutely outstanding. The remaster pushed it even a bit further with ray tracing and smoother animations. And now yes, there was some controversy that they changed Peter Parker's face in the remaster. Personally, I preferred the original actor's face. Initially, John Buback provided the motion capture, but he was later replaced by Benjamin Jordan for the PlayStation 5 remaster. Insomniac Games explained that the change was made in order to get a better match for Yuri Lorenthal's facial capture and to bring the best performance to players in the next generation of games. However, the change received backlash from fans and critics, and Buback's name can still be seen in the credits of Marvel's Spider-Man Remastered. Now, Yuri Lorenthal's voice acting is what really matters here, and it's absolutely outstanding. His range, his emotion, the humor, he captures Spider-Man absolutely perfectly, and it's an outstanding voice performance. Now here's a few bits of trivia you might want to know. Insomniac created over 800 unique animations just for web swinging alone. That's why it feels so fluid and never repetitive. Stan Lee, the legendary co-creator of Spider-Man, has a cameo as a diner owner who supports Peter and MJ. It's a touching moment, especially now since Stan Lee of course passed. The game's New York includes Marvel landmarks like the Avengers Tower, Doctor Strange's Sanctum Sanctorium, and a Wakandian embassy. Insomniac built an entirely new Spider-Man suit called the Advanced Suit with the white Spider-Man emblem. Fans were skeptical at first, but quickly it became iconic. The game would go on to win multiple awards and was nominated for Game of the Year in 2018, only losing out to God of War. So in the end, Marvel Spider-Man is more than just a superhero game. It's a heartfelt story, an exhilarating adventure, and a love letter to both Spider-Man and New York City. From the jaw-dropping visuals to the emotional arcs to the addictive gameplay, this is pure class. Sure, I have tiny nitpicks, like preferring the original Peter Parker face, but overall, it doesn't take away from this experience. Spider-Man gets a 9.5 out of 10. If you haven't played it yet, go swing through New York City. Trust me, you won't regret it. Thanks for watching this review of Marvel Spider-Man. Let me know in the comments what you thought of the game, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell for more reviews just like this.